I'm setting up your activity for today. It's called You're in the Money. And here's the setup. Your great uncle, A.F. Fluent, get it, has sadly passed away and left you an inheritance. Being a mathematician, he has left you a choice. You can go with option one, in which you will receive $100 today, $200 tomorrow, $300 the next day, $400 the day after, with this pattern continuing for 30 days. Or you can take option two with 1 cent today, 2 cents tomorrow, 4 cents the next day, 8 cents the day after, doubling each amount for 30 days. Which should you choose? Show all work leading to your decision. Now, if we were in class, I would give you time in your groups with a whiteboard without a calculator, and and give you like 3 minutes to come up with which option your group would pick. But that's not our situation. So you do have a worksheet to kind of explore this. So on that worksheet, it looks like this. So you'll be able to pull this up. And I know you guys can't just run off. I mean, if you have a printer, you can print off the worksheet. Otherwise, you'll have to kind of make a chart on your own. So here is just what the problem that I read. And this is just a way to organize your work. So I'm calling that initial day, I'm calling that day zero. So that is that first day. So you could either get $100, or with option two, you would start with 1 cent. So then one day later, we're calling day one. There's kind of a reason why later when you see this pattern. So on day one, then you would have $200 because that would be 1 day later. Or with option two, you would have 2 cents. So then on day two, you would have $300. So you could continue to fill out that chart. So you are getting an additional $100 each day. Or option two, you're doubling each day. So you're going to fill out the chart. Then you have to calculate how much will you receive on day 30. Now that's just asking on day 30 with option one. And then what is your total inheritance? So the total inheritance is everything in that 30-day period. So then how much will you receive on day 30 with option two, just on that last day? And then what is your total inheritance with option two? Then you'll notice I say, how much will you receive on day N with option one? Now, all the rest of this, up to the 30 and all that, I mean, that's a calculation. You can use your calculator. You can figure that out. You guys can do that. When you get to day N, now you're looking for a pattern. So now you have to come up with some kind of a formula that works. So you need the formula for day N with option one, and that formula needs to work with any, so like if you take your formula, and if you plug in an 8, you should get what you have in this box. If you plugged in a 14, you should get what you have in this box for either option. Then I know this is going to be hard if you don't have graph paper. You'll have to do the best you can if you don't. You're going to graph the first 19 days for each option. You need to think about a scale before you start plotting things. Use a different color for each option and label your graph. So I should clearly be able to see which one is option one and which one is option two. And then I have this question, does it seem reasonable to connect the dots on your graphs? Why or why not? So you're just going to answer that. So that is your assignment. Please ask me questions if you are not sure about any of these directions. Hopefully I've clarified everything.